quantum sciences and artificial intelligence. Malik Amir is a multi-award winner nominee for his active leadership at MSU and beyond. Some of his responsibilities and honors include, but are not limited to, Dr. Lee June Award for Multicultural Leadership Award, Homecoming Court Ambassador, Spartan Volunteer Service Award, a presidential recognition, BFSAA Emerging Leaders Nomination, 18th National Diversity Case Competition Award, John R. and Deborah F. Phillips Honor, Michael and Marion Illich Scholarship Award and Honoree, MSU Federal Credit Union Ambassador, Let's Detroit Ambassador, Outstanding Senior Award, Distinguished Spartan Award, Undergraduate Poets and Fonts Best in Business nominee, the Palmer Award finalist. Amir has also been covered in media ranging from Michigan Chronicle, State News, the Eli Broad College of Business, MSU Today, College Magazine, Forbes Corporation, Ovarian Cancer Coalition, a nationally adopted and acclaimed program. Malik Amir Lee Mix, East Side of Detroit native, continues to
Before we start, can we take a second to acknowledge all of the favor that's in this room right now? Because seriously, congratulations, we've made it to the next level. A monumental moment that will be for the rest of our lives as a decorated tribute for the rest of our lives. And this is not only for us, but for our families, our friends, and our ancestors who poured out their blood, sweat, and tears over the past few years at Michigan State University. If we think of this moment as the part of the movie where the estranged romantics finally get to be together, then you can only imagine the amount of happiness that is to follow. Or, if you're more into the more orthodox, think of this moment as Jordan Peele's highly accredited Us, where we pulled together to fight a common cause. Everything that we have learned up to this moment will be the starring cast for the next season in the never-ending series we call life. We must acknowledge the past as prologue in order to proceed. Your two main assets will be your collection of experiences and how you've learned from failure over the years. In my story, I've heard every single last one of you as kings and queens who govern your own empires and come to this table, or the Michigan State University as we call it, with eccentric goals, relatable visions, and tremendous stories. There's a little tassel about that. I was asked about my journey today and to share how it has connected to where I am. I figured it would be much of a celebration if we only talked about me without discussing each and every single last one of you. Now that would take all day, so I'm not going to do that. In theory, I remember running for my first executive board, where I served as a community service chairman for the East Neighborhood Black Caucus. As many of us can probably relate to, joining that first e-board position made it seem like we got on the A-list to like a celebrity party. Our title of being that leader held so much great power, but as you all know, with great power comes great responsibility. So, I'm sure many of us can also attest to the fact that these same e-board positions humbled us, made us realize our value in this world and at Michigan State University. Everyone in this room has to work twice as hard just to be casted as exceptional from those who we continue to outlove, outperform, and outcreate. In a place where you are supposed to learn and grow with those inside and outside of your classroom, matriculating at MSU has guaranteed one thing for certain. Success is not a party for one, and you need that team. Every single last person sitting next to you, that's your team. So this proverb, it stretched across my entire collegiate career, especially when I had to form the Our Young Leaders Foundation. I gathered 12 of my closest colleagues to secure a promise for our future cast members of life. On this journey of philanthropy and purpose, you see, I found that as we continue to write and direct our own scripts, it will become even much more important for us to take a stand for something, whether it be change or impact, prosperity guaranteeing long-term growth, revitalizing educational curriculums, impact, scholarship, being light where there is no darkness, or being darkness where there is no lightness to show that there is always another voice. extending pillars of equity, humility, and transparency. And one more time for those who are not aware, being black at MSU and being black in America. We build bridges and not walls, you see. We promise hope and never sanctions. We restore vision and only cook seasoned food in the kitchen. Aware, but joining that executive board, being that resident assistant or the intercultural aide, see, that's the pilot. But choosing to whether go out on a Saturday night or to stay in the study, that's the real spinoff. So to say the cat in the tree or to put a fish back in the water, good job. One more time. To say the cat in the tree or to put a fish back in the water. This is what most situations in undergraduate look like. Two seemingly right outcomes that are usually accompanied by anxiety, gloomy clouds of doubt, and despair. But y'all, being the believers that we are and continue to be, we superseded all of these circumstances. Even when we should have just stayed home and studied. Y'all know that line, right? Some of y'all just said that yesterday. That usually follows after a long night of continuous letdowns. So, like I said, we've overcome so much. We have lost loved ones. I've lost my aunt, my great-grandmother, and my uncle. We have faced bigotry. Do y'all remember what they did with Richard Spencer? Right. We have came close to failing classes or even sometimes failing them. Looking at peers and having peers looking at us saying, "You still here, huh?" And I'm sure we're laughing at it right now, but it wasn't funny when it happened because we had to compromise that pride to place one priority over another just to get to a common goal. And when we did pursue that one goal, we forgot to prompt ourselves that delayed never means denied. So we stand here stronger than we were yesterday because we continue to conquer these days. And together as a unit, we will continue to be the voice for those who need to help with understanding that every event that occurs in your life will mold you to be the person that you are continuously becoming. For every mistake and every failure, there is a lesson that can be taken with you to these prelims. And at times, I know we all have found ourselves living loyal to our mistakes and to our failures because y'all know sometimes our hope gets lost in the sauce. But those times, see, they don't last that long. And as we continue to direct our scripts, we have to place confusion as obsolete and turn to God, our family and our friends, our black boy joy, our black girl magic, and to continue telling each other to persevere. Period. Right. So just we want everything in this world to stop because you seem as if you don't have anything left to give. You have to remember these next few words. You are the executive producers, the writers, and directors of who we will be. So whatever your next season will be about, perhaps starting a full-time corporate job, going off to graduate school, or still just trying to figure it out, running for a political office, gathering the masses, our storylines, see, they've been interconnected before we can even fathom our supreme roles in this world. A few series back in life, I'm sure y'all know the woman, Miss Harriet Tubman. You see, she freed the masses of our kinfolk through the Underground Railroad. And then a few decades later, because of her efforts, in 2008, the Obamas and Young Jeezy had us rocking side to side, screaming, "Hey. Black, my Lambo is blue!" So, when we talk about how there is no trumpet that can make a loud enough noise to erase the super enriched and melanin-drenched footprint that can be felt, seen, and heard with hashtags like Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter. So as hard as it may be to let go of those relationships, those hurts, and those miseries, it would be some of the best things we could ever do for ourselves. These shortcomings hold people who want to make this country great again hostage. They see so much of who we literally have never been and do their very best at failing to see who we have been, who we will be, and who we are becoming. And after meeting with us, working with us, laughing with us, and crying with us, it's safe to say that we actually do make the price go up.
Okay.
Giving us the importance of taking this higher road and to understand the powerful value that we hold. So when we take this higher road, see, that builds character and personal equity, and that's something to always remain true to. Your personal equity is the value of 1 + 1 = 2, and can't nobody do it like you. Every King Jr. Boulevard. Shout out to the Carters, no seriously, we're good. And do y'all get that? Shout out to the Carters, we good.
Okay. I'm good.
And can't nobody see it by now, let me give one more reminder. We, everybody in this room today, we are the reason why America is so damn great.
Okay.
Anyone who has ever struggled with poverty knows how extremely expensive it is to be poor. So breaking cycles and healing hurts, being the light where there is only darkness, and then planting seeds and raising those seeds into plants, then raising those plants into trees. Graduates, families, and friends, continue to rise to the occasion. Your contributions from the past, that builds our future. Your accomplishments today is the start of season 1 of new life. So let's continue to learn and grow together with passion and authenticity, because that's all it is that we got.
Okay.
Congratulations again. And on the behalf of Ruby Bridges, Dr. Huey Percy Newton, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Sojourner of Truth, Gary Morgan, the Obamas, Little Rock 9, shall I go on? My grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. William Wheeler Smith, the Honorable African American Celebratory, all of our faculty and staff, and to each of you here today, congratulations. This is the start of stay in your bags, and in the honor of Monique, because you know they try to blackball her, I don't like that. I love us, for real.
All right.